Hello, welcome back. Last time, Mazur met the last member of the crew, and I finally reached the end of the branch that I was on. So, I get to start a new one, and I have chosen point of view. What's going on here? Idris is around. Right, yes, Elinsel went up, you went right. We're in this spot. Oh, this is going to be... I have some ideas about how this might play out. Oh, wait, several of them. This reads to me as a... lasers and mirrors puzzle. Let's see if it's anything close. You're afraid of heights, or not. Depends where we are in the timeline. Ah! Trying to jump it. I got some hang time. Wow. Alright. Might as well fix this thing while you're here, right? Argony's here. Oh, she calls her Lady Argony too. Got it out. Ah. Uh-huh. There's a little seam in the floor here. Yeah, is that where, like, this part's gonna raise up and separate from that part or something? Fidgeting back and forth. Yeah, good idea. Let's do it. So, Argony and Idris work together. Argony's talking directly to me, or maybe Idris is inputting the things. And she's talking to her. Right. Sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you say? Concentrate on the red pieces first, is her advice. Arrange the tiles in the grid so that the colors seen from the edges of the grid, as shown by the inner ring of indicators, match the goal pattern. Kinda like lasers and mirrors. Like, same general idea, sorta. Not really. Not super far off, though. Drag tiles to move their positions. Click to rotate. Okay. So yeah, like green here sees... Wait a second. Ah. This is what it sees. This is what it wants. Gotcha. Okay. So make these the same color. All right. And yeah, so you know, this sees red all the way down. If I replace it with a yellow, it'll see a yellow. Okay. Gotcha. So, red first, you say. Fine, I'll take your advice. That's acceptable. Click, click, click. Black. Right, you see nothing, of course. So we need something in every position. Alright, that one's blue, so therefore I need something that's red on one side and blue on the other, like that. Not there. No, green on one side and blue on the other. There isn't even a red here. Green on one side, blue on the other. You. Okay, you know what? I'm focusing on everything first. This needs green adjacent to red. Okay. Yellow's good. This needs to be blue. It's easy to drag when I'm just trying to click. For now, I'm going to do... I don't know. You need red, so this can just get out of there, but I do need something in that column. So this greeny with a little bit of blue on it. This might not be a bad place for it, assuming I put something here that's different. Okay. There isn't a spot that's compatible with this rotation of U. There's a little bit of magenta here, or purple, depending on... I guess it called that magenta elsewhere. I don't know, those two colors are too close to each other to tell which is supposed to be which sometimes. Anyway, so this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this needs a red. This needs a yellow, and where am I going to get it? Well, here's one place. And that block totally goes right there. Okay, so... Yellow's good, red's good, green's good, blue, yellow. Need a blue here. How will I fulfill those requirements? Ooh, I don't know. blue here. So how many blue do I have? That one, which clearly goes right here. There's no spot that fits right-facing blue better than that. I could potentially put it here if there's a... No, I doubt that. Okay. So this is a blue which has greens all over, not what I want. Yeah, no, that's very good there. Also, I need a red here and here. So that feels to me like you're saying I want this in that spot, and yes, that looks very healthy. Oh, this worked. Okay, for both of those. And this. Okay, that actually all worked out nicely. I just need to change... You need to see a green. You need to see a red? Okay, what am I using you for? Red here, green there. You need to see a blue. That's acceptable for that spot. Yellow? How is that gonna be? Okay, so last bit, much less obvious. I'm gonna have to pick apart some of what I've assembled. That's okay, because now that I have this many constraints satisfied, it's just 3 that need to swap, really. So I need yellow insight somewhere here. I can move this vertically without changing anything else, however, that doesn't help me. I could swap you for somebody who's... Oh, you're wrong on the bottom anyway, so this piece can't go here, probably. Blue on top, yellow on bottom. That could only be this. So how would I fulfill that yellow requirement? I don't know. I could put this up here. Well, but then that doesn't fulfill that one. And I'm wasting stuff here. But I could have a red and a green. There are no reds and greens that are around the corner from each other, except this one. Well, it doesn't have to be around the corner. Oh boy. So yeah, now possibility space gets real large. Where do I have wasted yellows? Here's one. Yeah. So this is a distinctive 3 green piece. Is there anywhere that wants to see 3 greens at once? There is not. The only greens that are across from each other are also way out of line with each other. Okay. There is no magenta on the outside. All magenta must be hidden. Okay, that's a good clue. I mean, I could do that like the, no. Like, no. So some is still being seen, but all must be hidden. Also, this is not giving me a yellow there. If I flipped you over, and be blue projected over there. Okay. Well, if I'm focusing on the reds first... Actually, that's not a bad idea. Okay, this helps. That's not a bad idea because, alright, so let's take inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Red is indeed the least numerous of the colors that go on the outside. Purple is the least numerous, but it doesn't go on the outside. Okay, so to fix this and that, I'm down to 2 being wrong. This needs to be hidden away. Now, what all is this fulfilling? Yellow and red. Yeah, so red is tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 reds and there are 5 of these. Yes, so every red that I'm looking at does indeed have to fulfill one of the outsides. Because each of these can only see one at a time. Okay. There are 5 yellows on the outside and 6 on the inside. 1 yellow will not be seen. Currently, that's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens on the outside. 8 on the inside. So 3 greens will not be seen. Currently, that's this one, and this one. 3 magentas will not be seen. Okay, so let's think about yellows. I have a yellow problem and a blue problem. This allocates very nicely as long as I have something green to its left. And that something green feels like it should be right here. This one. Feels like it's in a good place, because again, it's projecting 3 things. If I can project 3, I'm pretty happy. This is getting 2 right now. Roll could be filled by this without losing anything. Okay, so I'm going to trade these 2. Except no, this one fits really well over here. So I don't want to move it. But yeah, if I took this and rotated it once and put it here, it would do just as well as that piece. But the same's not true for its replacement. What was I looking at? I was in the middle of something, but I lost my train of thought. Okay. So a yellow, right. What yellow will this see? Gonna have to be one of those 2 because all the rest are occupied. So this is doing a red there, a green there, a red there. Pretty good. Could I put something up here that's red on one side and blue on another and yellow on another? That doesn't have the right rotations to fulfill those requirements. And it's doing pretty well where it is already. It could be that this really good looking one doesn't go here. Okay, I wish I could save this state and go try something else. But I guess I could just reset and try again, because I need to make a mess here. Like, I need to start moving things, and I'm just going to discard that solution because now I understand things a little better. Now, there was one that I really liked in this corner. Blue, yellow, was it? It wasn't this. Something else with blue and yellow. No, you. Maybe I shouldn't think about that. Wait, was it you? No. No, it was this. Okay. Yeah, so that gets 3 sides nice and healthy. Now. Who's yellow on the bottom and red on the top? Nobody. So whatever's happening here, there are 2 in this column. Okay, so that's a way to think about this. Where do I have one? Yeah, so what column? So hang on. 2 rows and or columns will have multiple blocks in them. If this is here, this row has multiple blocks in it. And this column has multiple blocks in it. However, I can fulfill both of those requirements with only one extra. So 4 rows and columns. 2 rows, 2 columns will have something extra in them. Or 1 column or row will have 2 extra things in it. Okay. So anyway, which ones cannot be? I wish I could just, okay, so just do your best to ignore what's there. This is my best. There. Okay, so green opposite red exists here. Yellow opposite blue exists here. Blue opposite yellow also exists here, but there's only one. Okay, so this column, hang on, so then let's allocate things. So let's go top to bottom. Green opposite red. Blue opposite yellow. Is the same one as the green opposite red. Oh, you are an overworked block. Okay, is this the only one with all 4 of the good ones? This is the only one with all 4 of the good ones. Okay. The shape of this puzzle keeps changing. It doesn't, but I keep seeing it more clearly. Blue opposite green. There's just one, and it's you. Sorry, that's yellow. I want blue opposite yellow. Right, there's just one and it's you, and you're already occupied. So one of these columns has 2 in it. Okay? Red opposite yellow exists here. There we go. Can I productively use this blue? No. I can't. So this should point at one of the extras that's in one of these 2 columns. And it'd be nice to get that red. So you are probably in this column either here or here. Okay. This is probably in this column in one of those 2 locations. To its left is another thing, which could be this. Let's just say these 2 are healthy and the rest are not. Yeah, so here are the ones that are not yet allocated, really. Okay. Yellow opposite green. Yellow opposite green. I already have it right here. There are 2. 2 possible valid ones. Ooh. Look at this. That fills all 4 of those at once. So you can stand alone. Maybe I should be looking for ones that can fulfill 4 directions at once and start there. Okay. I think this is a very good first place. Okay. Green opposite blue is here. There is no ideal spot for that. The best I could do is here and fill 3 and have something else in this column down here. Okay. That might be fine. I don't know yet. Yellow opposite blue. There's just one, and it's the really good overworked one. Does this exactly fulfill something? There's only one red on the bottom and green on... Yes, it does. So hang on. If I did that... I mean, that's valid. I did want 2 in this column anyway. Okay. Green opposite red exists only here in the good, really overworked one, so I think I'm going to have to achieve that a different way. The ones with magenta don't also include red. Right, okay, so Argony says start with the reds. That actually makes sense. This can, if these are my first 3 placements, this one has to go here. Alright, so these last 3 are the unknowns. I think all of these feel like good placements, but I had a very different layout that was true of for some other things. Okay, however, wait, that's a blue there. Right, so I need a green of some other sort. So green with blue rotationally away from it. This, no. All the green-blue rotations are the same, or, hang on, no, this one has it the right way around. But this is the block that does everything. But it goes perfectly here. If I were doing that, what red is unfulfilled? This one. And then this one. I don't think this is what's happening here. Because, like, sure, this does satisfy 4 things. But I don't like what it does in order to make that happen. Yet. I might end up liking it later. Because this green and that blue are turning out to be kind of a problem, huh? And there is no blue opposite yellow except here. Since there's no blue opposite yellow except here, let's make a new hypothetical thing that does indeed use that. Okay, so then I need to fulfill yellow opposite blue another way. Okay. I need a yellow going upward and a yellow here. There are no yellows that are touching each other rotationally. Something projects yellow left and can't project yellow down unless... or red down, sorry. I could do... I could do this. No, that's not where the red is. Okay, and this red is not doing anything, so yeah, this would need to move, but it can't go anywhere that's useful. It'd have to be like this, which is no good for that. No! I don't know, this is getting, So this is a waste right here. No, it's not. Because, okay. But if I have another green somewhere, then yeah, that's not actually doing anything for me. Okay, so a green in this row. Yeah, that was a misplace. So the 3 that I'm reasonably satisfied with, I wish I could just like... I'm trying to get... Okay, so this piece that's all connected together is my pile of shapes to pull from. I'm happy with this, I'm happy with this, I'm happy with this. The green there's the yellow opposite blue. The yellow opposite blue, yes. Okay, so the yellow opposite blue. Can I sandwich the magenta while doing something I like with this? I mean, maybe I could do... Let's see here. No, that puts a magenta up there, and I don't like that. I still need somebody in here and here. Yeah. So yeah, this gross piece. Somewhere there's going to be a corner that looks something like that. That's actually not the worst. It doesn't work, but... okay, reds are unblocked. So green opposite blue. I don't think I've really looked at this. There's this, and that's a reasonable place to put it. But like this problem up here remains a problem. Like, what am I going to do about that? Well, you're unallocated. So this could send the yellow down and the blue up like that and do nothing else any good. And what about these magentas I have to hide? That's hiding a magenta, sure, but... Green opposite blue, that's you. This is acceptable? Okay. It's entirely possible I've been close to a solution multiple times and have not noticed. That kind of thing will happen with this sort of puzzle. Okay, what about this one? Green opposite blue, you. With yellow on the side. Okay, that's pretty close. I got this problem, this problem, this problem. So it's off by 3. Okay, cool. I don't think I'm going to improve it by that much. Now, this is a nice place to nestle that. I'm only off by 1 now. Okay, this state's reasonably close. It is a magenta. Can I, like, move one of these over? Oh, maybe. If I can resolve this now... I don't have any free yellows. Unless I use this one. Which would mean that might work. Put this here. Put this here. And have nothing in that row. What if I put it up here? Well, that doesn't work. So off by that much here. Or that much here. Which ones can move? This one certainly, except it's magenta, so it's hard to... Except all you're doing is... oh. Never mind. No, you really do need a corner to hide in. Or something vaguely corner-shaped. What yellow could go here? Yellow, blue, red, green, but the orientation would be wrong for this block to fulfill that in this location. Also, I'd have to move everything around. Okay. Can I fix that with you here? I mean, I've exposed some magenta, which I don't like. I could put it here. But then I need somebody in this area who is blue, yellow, blue, and green. That's nobody. There are no blocks have multiple blues. All blues are single. So this is close, but it's not just one swap away. Okay, so something yellow. Options are this. Not terrible, but that takes a yellow away from here. Okay, yeah, so a yellow that's not already doing a job. You. These two. Okay, so can this magenta blocks blue thing fulfill that blue while... wait, hold on. You kind of naturally go here. Then that magenta with the yellow goes there. Okay. So I've moved my problem around. Can I move it more and better? Right, blue opposite yellow doesn't exist. That was a problem that I was having before. Blue. What are you doing to greens? One green. You're just doing one green. Hold on. Does that mean... No, you're also doing a blue there. Well, okay. So if I would do this and try to fix you with something magenta, I would block a red unless I put it here. Now you see magenta. That yellow was in use. I can move my problem around, but so far I don't have a way to eliminate it. There are no yellows across from each other, so one of the yellows on this block does indeed need to be blocked, so I'm pretty happy with this position, I think. That one is good. This one, not as much. Yeah, this little block... I could do this, which doesn't really help anything. Just exposes the yellow side on that. What if I did this? Then I lose the yellow that's in use here. Okay, this yellow's in use, this one's in use, this one's in use, this one has to be blocked, this one's in use, this one's in use. Wait, what? No, right, I don't need a yellow, I need a blue. I keep looking at the wrong one of the two colors. Okay, blue in use. Blue interchangeable. No, sorry. Okay, so one of these is in use, but I can't expose another side. But yellow is in use, so this block in general is in use. Yeah, no, hang on. Yellows allocate exactly, don't they? No, I'm off by one, but I must block this one. Okay, I think this is reasonably close. Can't move anything that's red. Like, at all. Yeah, all reds are locked in place. So who can move? Certainly not you. That would set that to magenta. Green and blue are in use. Certainly not you. You're covering a whole row on your own. And you need one of your sides blocked. This one's not doing much. Except it is. It's doing this. And being a magenta blocker. This one can move, but then who covers that? Wait, hold on. Could I put this up one? Yes. Does that give me the ability to do anything that I didn't have before? Now I could also move this down one and that one up one. No, the yellow matches to this. If somebody else covered this green, like you, for example, this could move, but this has the nice yellow on top and the green on bottom. Yeah, no, this one does a lot of good things where it is. A blue for you. Without losing this yellow. Yeah, this can slide up and down by one. Which doesn't make much of a difference to anything. Yellow in use. Okay, if I would do this... I got too many problems. Don't like it. But yeah, like, I'm off by one, and how would I resolve that? It could be a completely different layout that looks nothing like this. Okay, but one more time with the yellow allocation. It is exact. One of these must be wasted. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 targets, 6 sources. This source, no 2 targets exist in such a layout. Both of these sources can hit it at the same time. Okay, remember, there's another green and blue across from each other. This could go up here, which doesn't help anything. I need a blue there. Okay, that lost me nothing. Also gained me nothing. Still got this problem. I've moved some things around, but the problem remains exactly as it has been. I'm using this blue. I feel like this is the block that needs to move, though. It's one of the magenta ones, though. Like, okay, now this is interesting. So, unless there's something to the right of either of these covering those blue, since there are no blue elbows, whatever covers this cannot be in either of these 2 positions. And it can't be here because that would block a red, and that's illegal. Hang on, okay, so that's constrained me a good bit. There is a yellow opposite wait. Okay. There is a yellow opposite a blue, but only one, and it's this. So that would mean red to the right. You would have to go here like this. So this would have to move and do something productive. No, because all reds are exact. This could go here without losing me anything. But yeah, because all reds are exact, I know for sure this block goes in this row. Like there are exactly 2 valid positions for that. It's here or here. Okay. So that one is locked into one of 2 positions. Nothing else is valid for it. I can be absolutely certain. How's this? I mean, cool. It's the same problem as before. Switching these to... Oh, hang on. But you're not doing anything. Except all you're doing is this yellow. Okay. But somebody has to. Could I... No. Can't block a red. You have to move. You cannot be here. All right, so I know for sure this cannot be here. That's just not going to work. Yeah, because nothing can go here. This space is empty. I know that for certain. All 3 of these spaces are empty. And this one is in one of 2 states. So yeah, there is only 1 block in the top row. Okay. Well, that's a good constraint. I still got 6 more to put somewhere. So yeah, first 1 puzzle day here, but this is a good one. I do like it. It's a good one until I need to... until I reach a dead end and then just don't really have anywhere to go. But I'm forging a path. I'm learning which of my turns that led me to this dead end are required. And this is the only one that I know for, like, absolutely sure. I mean, there are two possibilities for it, and this is kind of the better one. Could I have this column empty other than you? Now, it being here requires this column have something else in it. I just don't really know the answer to that. Oh, no, I don't really know the answer to that. But, like, these two working together is pretty nice. But this has to move. This is wrong. Okay, so I know for 100% sure this is right in that row. It's in one of two places. I know for 100% sure this is wrong. That has to move. Just toss it off to the side somewhere. You are wrong. You have to relocate. I cannot do green opposite blue. Okay, so there are at least two items in this row. So that I know for sure now. Unless I put this here. Okay, so if I did that... No, this red can't really move. Okay, now hang on. So there are only 3 red blocks. I think all 3 of these reds are... This is the only one with any flexibility. This one has to go exactly here because that's the only red elbow. And doing... I know these are covered, so I'm not elbowing that red. Unless this is covering those 2, which would put a yellow to the left, which it couldn't do here because that's green. Okay, yes. So Argony, in her wisdom, does indeed know that I need to focus on reds first. Can I rule out one of these 2 positions? Not by any simple logic. That's okay. Yeah, since this is the only yellow here, and you have to be there since the other 2 have to be where they are, or equivalent, then I know for sure this block is here, so that one's not going anywhere. So who covers this column? Well, it's going to have to be 2 things. I don't need anything for that yellow. So if this is to be useful, I'm imagining, point a magenta at it because I know I'm covering that magenta anyway. Yeah, cool. Point the rest where? Here? I mean, can I do that? A lot of this is valid. That's nice. It solved the problem up here. The other magenta is currently contained well. What can move? You potentially. But what I need is a yellow. Okay, what that has yellow in it can move? It's going to have to be you. But then where does my blue come from here? It's going to have to be the magenta. If I'm doing that, though, okay, well, that's not necessarily invalid, except it kind of totally is. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. I found enough constraints that things are closing down. If these reds are locked in place... Yeah, okay, both of these columns have yellow-blue opposite each other. Oh. So that means, since that doesn't exist... Okay, so 1 row and 2 columns have yellow and blue opposite each other. 1 block has that configuration. Both of these columns have at least 2 blocks in them. Which means both of these columns have exactly 2 blocks in them. That is highly informative. Magenta containment. But I need a blue there. Who's doing that? Can I put these both down or something? I can. Can I do better now? The yellow. Okay, so yeah, so then where does the yellow for this come from? Like, do I just have a yellow-blue allocation problem? Where am I wasting a blue or a yellow? No yellow waste is possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's some blue waste. But that has to be because that block's locked in place. So this is wasted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't count. 5. Every blue must be used. Every blue is used. Okay, so blue allocation and yellow allocation are both exact. This row has 2 blocks in it. Both of these columns have 2 blocks in it. Something goes here. Okay, cool. Let's say it's that block. Sure. And yeah, so that's the perfect spot for that magenta. Great. So grid looks cool like this. It's just that I can't, with just that, resolve the rest of this. So you need to move, I'm pretty sure. But then there's this. That could mean I swap you to the other valid spot, and there's my magenta blocker. Here's a yellow. No green there, though. I need another yellow. It's going to have to be you. But then I need a blue. And nobody's available. There aren't any. Okay, can I use this yellow and this blue? Right, again, those allocations are exact. Now that I've done the red, okay, yeah, I just need to follow this chain of reasoning a little farther. I need a yellow-blue elbow. If yellow and blue are exact, one of these yellows is wasted, this blue is wasted. I know those for sure. Therefore, both of these need to point at their targets. And where is a spot where that's valid? Here, except not because this is locked in place, so that's useless. Here. Okay? Cool. Now, the blue for this. There is no blue elbow, so this spot is unoccupied. Maybe. This would create yellow waste, so that's not acceptable. Unless I do this, which doesn't help anybody. Only one side of you, no, 2 sides are doing things. And you are blocking this, which seems healthy. Okay. Is there another blue-green elbow? I mean, here, yes. What if I put the magenta in that corner? I've never tried that. Then I need a green over here, and a blue down there, and other directions don't matter. Okay, that's cool. Is this getting me anywhere, though? I could put this up 1 if I had something to... Ooh. No, this can't go here. This is an invalid position. I know that. I know that that's wrong, which means some of these need to be populated. Here's a bad spot because that green's already allocated. Here is acceptable. Though not great. That would put 3 in this column? I mean, you can do it. So where's a green across from blue? That's you. But this spot is invalid because I can't put anything there. Okay. Knowing that... So yeah, big X here. Nobody can go here. Nobody can go here. Nobody can go here. Nobody can go here. Only you can go in either of these. Nobody else can go here or here. So what's this row? This spot is unappealing, but it could be valid if I have a bottom I don't like, and okay, so then that would mean you. You're the only valid one for that constraint. However, don't I know where my 2 extra blocks go? Not necessarily. If there's one here, I don't need 2 extra exactly. Like, I'm getting there. It's just, I'm not there yet. I could swap these 2. But there's no, the only green down there, your green bottom can't help me. Maybe you're in the wrong orientation. Okay, so now hang on. I do need a blue-yellow elbow. That doesn't count because it's covered by you. A blue-yellow elbow that's not covered by something else. Well, here's one. That works basically the same. Yeah, so those 2 blocks can slide away from each other like that. But the green bottom here is an issue. Alright, green-blue elbow, that's you. And I had other ways to do that edge, I thought. But I still have my blue allocation I still don't know how to get a blue in this column. That continues to be true. It's something like that. So like this magenta with that yellow, that's a natural pairing because those are 2 sides that must not be seen by anything external. But there's like nothing else to like about that. I have this magenta exposed. It needs to be yellow, and yeah, I have a waist. Yeah, I have yellow waist here. Right, yes, okay, again, that's illegal. I need a blue-yellow elbow. So ones of those that exist, that are not already occupied by blocks that cannot move. Isn't there only one? Well, here's one. Here's a different one. Hold on, so if that's... but this is the wrong way around for that. Yes, so the chirality matters. One of these will need to be covered, so it's this. Since I can't waste any blues, it's this, right? Or that, but it can't be with the green unless there's a... Wait, yeah. This goes here. Yeah, this goes here, that goes there. That's one way to do it. But then, you. My blue waist is this. Yes, that's required. Wait, why do I have... What's wasted here? This one, right, you, okay. I need a side yellow you can... Okay, so I know this blue does not connect to that because there are no side yellows you can touch that aren't covered by something else. Okay? Good. That means you have to go here. Okay. This block is locked in place. That's the only possible spot for that, I think. What about here or here? It'd have to be here to cover that blue. Oh, and that gets the... Okay, so that creates a green problem there. Here seems best. No, that wastes a yellow. Impossible. Okay, good. So this is invalid. All right, so figuring out where this block goes will tell me many things. The only potentially useful spot is here, right? I think that's true. And this is currently useless, so it goes here. Okay? That means you cover that blue job and a yellow is wasted. Yes, so then if this goes here, where does this go? No, this has to be that blue-yellow elbow. Okay, so it's the other way around. If no blue waste is permitted, this has to go here, This has to go here, and does that solve it? It does! Okay. Sideways M or W. Alright. That puzzle was cool. I don't mind that it took that long. That was really neat. Okay. Yeah, like, when I finally got around to fully running through the constraints and figuring out what absolutely must be true, it eventually resolved, but I had to work for it. That was great. Okay. I thought this would be an easy one because it's like at the start of a branch, but it's actually not. It's fairly deep. This is Elinsa and Idris's split. Boing, 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 boing. Alright, so we got some reoriented letters that are going to be something. Rhyme time. Oh boy, I see what format this is going to take. We're doing another, I don't remember the name of it, but, you know, another of those. With Ugrant, of course. Time climb. Alright. Argonade's here too. Uh-huh. That's true. She has her own way of doing things. No matter how many times you remind him, he'll never stop doing that. Sublime enzyme. Alright, so yeah, we're doing another of these. Cross sauce. What was the other one of those called? Double cross? Yeah, double cross. Double cross, cross sauce. Got it. Okay, next time, cross sauce. I'll see you then.